Warriors back on the floor today against the L.A. Lakers. No LeBron James. And remember a few weeks ago we had that double overtime extravaganza at Chase Center where LeBron drops like 36, 20, 15. The oldest player in NBA history to have a triple-double that looks like that. Career high 20 rebounds. Steph dropped 46 in that basketball game. The Warriors are 8-2 since that point when they lost 145 to 144. We're chiming in on Steve Kerr here. We'll just start there as we get ready for, the second half of the season. Warriors at 27-26. They're 14-14 at home, 13-12 on the road. So reestablishing home court over the last, 20-plus games here is very important. Over the next 29, I should say. 14-14 at home. They had a stretch FP for 4 years when they did lose 14 home games.
What do they need to do in your mind? What's the record in the last 29 for them to, get to a 7 or a 6?
To get to a 6 or 7 seed, I feel like they have to be 21-8. 21-8.
And I saw something, and I have it in my phone, where they have the easiest schedule in the NBA coming up.
Easiest schedule, but when you're the Golden State Warriors, can you really say, hey, we got an easy schedule? They're 27-26. Maybe other teams are looking at them saying, that's the easy game for us. That could be a possibility, but by the numbers, 5th easiest schedule. When they had the tough stretch through 20 games, I saw easiest schedule here. They didn't get easier. Look, they got some teams here. 13 games left at home. I believe 7 of those teams are over 500. Then they have 16 games on the road, and I believe 8 teams are over 500 that they're playing on the road here. My data could be wrong here, but I'm looking at the schedule. Look, you have New Orleans at home. You got 2 games against Utah. Those should be gimmies. Indiana's at home. They get up and down. It's not going to be an easy game. Memphis should be a gimme. Should be. Although Martin Luther King Jr. Day did happen in Memphis. You play the Knicks at home. You play the Bulls who are taking. The Bucks are a mess. And then you have these next 3 here, Lakers, Charlotte, Denver. Can you get me 201? 3-0 would be great. But can you get me to 201? Pardon me. Ugh. Before a 4-game road trip. Can you get me to 201?
One, dude, you know this. It's just one at a time. Go 1-0 today. If you can focus as the Warriors probably are on dude, there was times when I never knew the schedule.
Right.
I didn't know who we were playing next. I was I'd be on a plane after a game.
Day by day?
And I would ask my teammates, where are we going?
Really?
Because I was so focused on, let's say, beating the Phillies.
So you beat the Phillies.
It's Sunday day game. Bus goes to the airport, tarmac. You get on the plane, and I'm sitting there just drained from, say, a doubleheader on a Sunday, and I'm just beat. And I'm like, where are we going? Where's this plane going?
Right.
Who are we playing next? And they're like, you serious? I'm like, yeah. You're so in the 1-0 mentality.
So the Warriors are locked in day by day.
1-0
Lakers today, Hornets tomorrow, Nuggets on Sunday.
Yeah, and as fans, we look at the schedule, but as players, you're just like, today, Lakers.
Today.
And I don't even know who we're playing tomorrow.
Right.
And I don't know. For some reason, that worked for me. And I think if you are in the present, that's kind of how you think. If you're the kind of guy that goes, well, we got this here, and then we're there. Some guys do that.
But if you're the Warriors at 27-26, you can't do that, right?
It's Lakers. Game 7 tonight against the Lakers. And then who they playing after that?
Charlotte.
Game 7
Big
against
Marla Brand.
Game 7 against Charlotte. You got 29 playoff games. And if they keep this momentum going in the right direction, and you're balling out like they are right now, the energy, the effort, the defense. Defense is all about effort. I'm sure Festus and Mully say that all the time. It's an attitude, right?
Yep, no doubt.
So it's an attitude, it's an effort, and they keep doing this, and they give you that. And we see watching J.K. become an all-star right in front of our eyes. Pajemski doing his thing as a starter now with his swagger. I love this kid, by the way.
Yeah, he's got swag.
Yeah, and then Steph, and it all isn't on Steph, and Wiggins keeps trending in the right direction. Like, there's a chance here. There's a chance here that, okay, I don't know about Denver, but there's a chance here that they could do some damage in the playoffs.
You see Steph, his last 12 games. I don't think this gets talked about enough. He's made 8 or more threes.
Yeah.
In 6 of his last 11 games.
Fitz talks about it, trust me.
Right. All the time. Last 12, 80 for 170, 47% from 3. Last 12. So as long as you have Steph, you have a chance.
Right.
Right?
But I don't like when Steph's at the top of the key, dribbling around, they're setting picks, and he's coming off picks, and he's just like forcing them. I like when there's ball movement and then he's working
get to the 30
away from the ball and he does the curl and boom, and it's all in one motion like he's turning a double play.
When I put Pajewski being in the starting lineup, having that extra ball handler, creating for others, Kuminga, I don't know where it came from, this narrative that he had a low IQ. Kuminga could pass. He's got a very high IQ for such a young player. Knows how to play the game. Obviously, you have Draymond Green, who can pass with the best of them. Now the ball's hopping around because you got more spacing. You got another ball handler. That's where Klay Thompson comes in. He's got to come off the bench or whatnot. But again, if he sees his 28, 30 minutes, he'll be happy. But Pod's coming in, getting that ball, hopping around there. You get Klay out there. Obviously, the spacing is going to be a little bit better than when Pajewski's out there. But the ball's going to stick to Klay. It's not going to move around as much as, say, with Pajewski, where he's coming around the court. And so now you got the ball movement. And Steph Curry, everybody who wants Steph Curry to play on the ball, his biggest skill, his most threatening skill is playing off the ball. Relocating off threes. Just watch the Clipper game.
Yeah.
He got like 4 relocation threes alone off of offensive rebounds. So that's where Pods comes in. And so when Curry's moving around like that, again, 80 for 170 in his last 12 games from 3. So now when you have Steph, he's one of the most deadly players in this league. You think a team like Oklahoma City is really thrilled to potentially see the Warriors in a 7-game series?
No. Or Minnesota.
Or Minnesota with no playoff experience?
Did you got 20-year-old legs in Pods and 21-year-old legs in JK?
Yep.
Like
you needed that athleticism.
Right.
That's where the Giants come in. When I look at the baseball team and said, can I get some athletic dudes, some guys who are explosive on the base pass, who have electricity? That's why I'm intrigued with Luciano. Can I finally see it? Now, I may be disappointed. He may not be nothing, but I at least want to see it.
I want to be entertained.
That's where JK comes in, right?
It's the entertainment industry, whether it's the NBA, whether it's the NFL, whether it's Major League Baseball. And if I'm being honest, and I have to be honest because my credibility is at stake, the Giants the last 2 years were not entertaining.
No, not even close.
And it's not a knock on the guys in the uniform. It's a knock on the brand of baseball that they were trying to play because they won 107 games and thought they had the cheat codes. Now all of a sudden you think you got the cheat codes and what worked one year doesn't work the next year, and you're forcing it maybe because of you don't have the personnel you thought you had, maybe because of injury. But like when I watch the Warriors, win or lose, especially in the second half, the first half in the NBA, come on.
Yeah.
I mean, whatever.
Yeah.
Second half, like I'm entertained. Like I can't wait to see what Steph's going to do.
Right.
I'm like man crush on Pods, AirPods. Like I love him.
AirPods.
Like, AirPods, dude. Like
that's what it is, AirPods.
AirPods.
Even though he doesn't get above the rim.
That's his nickname, right?
That's his nickname, AirPods. We go B-Pods,
and
AirPods.
then watching Jonathan Kuminga develop in front. Like, so there's storylines and it's entertainment.
Right.
It's like, watching Real Housewives when they fight. Like, whatever. It's entertainment. And the Giants haven't had that the last 2 years. And everyone wants star power. I just want to see a brand of baseball. I'm backing you up here. I want to see these kids fly around with their hair on fire.
Right.
I want to see an effort. I want to see my players get 5 at-bats. I don't want to see them get 2 and get pinch hit. Oh, my gosh.
That drives me crazy.
It drives me nuts.
It drives me insane.
So, yeah, I mean, we have 2 very entertaining teams in the Bay Area.
Yep.
2 teams that when I turn on the game, whether it's the Niners or the Warriors, I love it. I'm locked in. And I'm hoping that the team on the corner at 3rd and King with maybe a little bit of a new approach this year with Bob Melvin gets us to that, where we can't wait to get to the ballpark. We can't wait to watch whomever.
Well, think about what you just said about the Giants. You could say a lot of Warrior fans felt like that for the first 6 to 8 weeks of this season.
Yeah.
Because we didn't see a lot of Pods.
No.
We didn't see a lot of Trace Jackson-Davis. We didn't see a lot of Jonathan Kuminga. Now, and Steph is always going to be entertaining. Steph is box office. But with some of the things happening outside the floor, Draymond Green, Klay Thompson going through his mini slumps, Andrew Wiggins couldn't find him on the milk carton the first 2 months of the season, maybe even 3 months. Now, all of a sudden, you insert Jonathan Kuminga. And he's on one of our highlights. We got this flying above the rim presented by Oakland International Airport on the postgame show. Kuminga's always in the highlight because he's always dunking on somebody. So we're like, wow, look at Kuminga. He's going to the rack. Athleticism, explosion. Haven't had that in a few years. Did you get AirPods doing what he's doing? Trace Jackson-Davis doing what he's doing. If I could just get something like that from, like last year, Yankee Stadium. You opened up the season with the Giants. Yankee Stadium. The monuments. Pinstripes. The Key 3 drew in the Bronx, right? And Casey Schmidt is the best player in spring training, and you don't allow him to suit up day one at Yankee Stadium as a rookie, you take that moment away from him. Like, to me, that was just like, wow, you lost on the, okay, Logan Webb against Aaron Judge, great, that's good for a couple at-bats. But what else? What else? You robbed me of that moment. Now with the Warriors, you're not getting robbed of the moments and not seeing Jonathan Kuminga. Now, maybe the Draymond Green suspension was a blessing in disguise. We don't want to say that. But if that doesn't happen, we may not see JK. Now all of a sudden you got intrigue and entertainment. Can I get that with the Giants once? I got intrigue. I need entertainment. And as you just mentioned, you got that with the Niners, and you have that with the Golden State Warriors.